remember that some person out there might be in actual distress and in need of the Coast Guard.
The U.S. Coast Guard fed up tonight with fake Mayday calls after they say several have come in over the past year. It's a really serious crime and costing them man hours and money. 4 in Your Corner's Tony Sadiku speaking to the Coast Guard about their urgent message and how you can help. Tony?
It may sound like a childish game to prank call the Coast Guard, but officials say it's a serious crime costing a lot of time, money, and effort.
Mayday, mayday, I repeat, mayday, mayday.
Calls like this meant to signal distress, instead being used as a joke.
It's serious.
Help me, help me.
Petty Officer Angel Morales is part of the U.S. Coast Guard crew on Fort Myers Beach, always ready to respond, often dedicating long hours and putting their lives on the line to keep people safe.
It's a criminal offense to call over the radio requesting help if you're not in actual distress.
A serious crime with serious consequences to those actually in need of saving.
If we are searching for somebody who's not in actual distress, there might be somebody out in the water who's in real distress, and we might not be able to respond fast enough to a person who's actually in serious trouble.
The Coast Guard says the prank calls are coming over the Channel 16 frequency, meant strictly for emergencies, and have been tracked to the Pine Island, Matlacha, and Cape Coral areas. But the Coast Guard not able to pinpoint who's on the other side of the radio.
Based where the call was made from, we get a line of position. So we know in what direction that person is actually talking on, but we just can't triangulate it at the time.
Chet Schubert is an avid boater and sailing instructor taking his family on a fishing trip this afternoon.
Mike, go ahead.
He says he depends on the Coast Guard and is calling on prank callers to stop.
So as a boater, I'm at the mercy of the Coast Guard, and false calls are going to deter or tie them up to respond to credible calls. So don't do it.
The steady stream of fake calls over the last year costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars.
We just want to make sure their resources are being used properly and not just wasted on prank calls or hoax calls.
The Coast Guard says the penalties for making a false call range from prison time to a hefty fine. If you have any information that can help them identify who's been doing this, you are urged to report it. You can find the Coast Guard's contact number when you click on the link to this story on fox4now.com. On Fort Myers Beach, Tony Sadiku, Fox 4, in your corner.